Hey guys, right now I'm in this place called Lai Chi Kok. Don't laugh at the name, that's immature. But I'm gonna be walking around these places, trying to find something really cool to show you guys. Not many people come here. There's some pretty cool things that I found from last time I walked around in this place. Let's check it out. Alright, so this place, as I mentioned earlier, it's called Lai Chi Kok. And the first part of the name, Lai Chi, is like Lai Chi, you know, like the fruit. The kok part is not actually kok, it just means corner or horn. So you can like imagine there might have used to been lychee growing around in this area. Haven't seen lychees here in a while though. Not that I've ever seen it here. There might have been some before. Oh shoot. End store. Just like in the video game Yakuza. It's pretty cool. Whoa! Okay, as you can see, there's a lone vending machine right behind me, and a really huge lot behind me. But I'm here for a reason, is because there's this udon shop that people are lining up for. You can see the huge line. So I'm gonna have to wait for a second before I can get in there and show you guys what they have. Apparently they make the udon by hand, so they can like give you the real authentic Japanese udon kind of thing going on. I'm really excited to try it out. Here in Hong Kong with this crazy new technology where instead of ordering in person, you just scan this QR code and you get to enter this thing. And you just order everything out of here. It's crazy. Okay, so I was originally planning on not showing my face, but I will have to show my face to eat. And even worse because I didn't shave yet. I should have done that yesterday. Whatever. But yeah, the food came and look at that. Homemade udon. It's handmade. We got a giant chicken leg. And show them your meal. I got my little cameraman also eating himself some stuff. And that's curry udon with this vegetable tempura cake thingy. Here's the deal. The way you do it is you get a bunch of this. Get a bunch of this. And here we have a bunch of soy sauce. It's udon sauce. Dip it inside. Man, this is one of the most elastic udon I've ever eaten in my life. It's really handmade. It's really elastic, really chewy. It's really smooth. It's so good. It's not like that like frozen stuff. This is the real deal. And this stuff, wasabi. Oh, it looks like garlic, or it might be horseradish. Can't really tell. Green onion and sesame as well. You can put that in if you like. I'm not going to because I don't usually eat stuff with sauce and other condiments. So yeah. And one thing that I forgot to mention was that the udon is served cold in my case. But in the case of this soup kind of udon, it's served hot. So you can eat it two different ways. There's a different way to eat it. If it's cold, it usually comes like this, with this mat like this, and soy sauce. And it's fun to eat it cold. It's actually not that bad. It's really good actually. It's actually some of the best I've ever eaten in my life. Alright, so I ordered this gigantic chicken leg as well. You can see it is pretty big. Yeah, get a good look at that. And like, it doesn't crunch much, but it's not meant to be crispy. And one thing that I saw a lot of people do around me is they cut it up with a fork and knife, which is not a good to me. But me personally, that's a little bit of blasphemy. So I'm just gonna eat it straight off. It's really juicy. It's really tender. I also have this honey glaze. It looks like spice as well. Yeah. That. Yeah. The sweet flavor, slightly savory flavor. Also a little bit spicy because of the peppers they put in it. Overall, it's really good. Nice spicy chicken, Japanese style. It was like a soft skin. It's not a crunchy skin. And that goes really well too. Okay. So I just finished eating there. That was pretty good. It's pretty bomb udon. I have other places to go. I'll just keep walking around and I'll stumble upon somewhere eventually. Alright, I'm in this other restaurant. I might be a little more quiet here. Loud enough already. And if you look at the name of this restaurant, Tong, sorry. It literally means sugar water. So you'll know that this place is a dessert place. And this place serves a lot of Hong Kong style stuff, Chinese style stuff. As you can see, the menu has absolutely no English on it whatsoever. So, except for, oh, you could ask for English menu, but we're not going to do that here today. It's going to come very soon because the service here is going to be impeccable. And I'm going to show you what's up. Alright, so the food has come. That literally took like some 30 seconds. So just look down here right now. We got this soup. It's all black. Yeah, looks pretty crazy. It's not often you see all black dessert, but I assure you this is going to be good. Because the black stuff is all black sesame and turn it into a soup. And on top of it, they put a lot of red bean stuff. So like red bean sauce. And in that, I even added some of these chewy things. You can't really see it because they're kind of really dark. You gotta get a lighter one like this. These are actually made out of potatoes, like a kind of yam, taro kind of thing. And they mix it up with a lot of glutinous rice, and then they turn it into these chewy balls. It's kind of like boba, but it's a lot bigger. And you see, we also have this other one they ordered. It's mango on top. And you see this little sauce over here. It's actually a cup of sugar. And then right below that is all tofu. It's called tofu fa. It's really popular. Oh, what's that? Yeah, and this is our receipt. I'll give you a receipt. Let's go over there and pay. As you can see, this is $66 for two things. So that's a little less than $1 and a little less than $10 US. So you get these two things. Let's just dig in. I should shave. It's hot. Oh, that's on my finger. But it's really wholesome. Really hearty. Kind of home style dessert. Really warm. A little sweet. But it has like the sesame flavor, the red bean flavor. And these chewy things. Yeah. It feels really nice. Tastes really, has really good mouthfeel. They give you a lot. See, the bowl is almost completely overflowing. They're generous with this stuff. So I highly recommend you go to one of these places, and if they have English menus like this place, just get it. I'll be leaving the places like on Google Maps in the description. You can check that out if you ever come to Hong Kong, or if you're already in Hong Kong, check it out yourself. Alright, so I'm gonna eat some of my cameraman's food now. So you got a little bit of sugar over here. Sugar's been kind of dissolved into the water that the tofu's in, the tofu and the mango. And let's give it a try. Oh, that's really good. One thing about it, the mango tastes pretty fresh. The sugar actually has not completely dissolved yet, because it was literally just doused on top. So it's kind of been like in a super saturated state. So it's not completely been dissolved, so you can still crunch into the sugar. It's really nice. And the tofu is just amazing. It's smooth, goes down really well, really light, so refreshing to eat. Now I gotta get my cameraman back and stuff. Alright, so I'll tell you exactly what we ordered. If you look over here, I ordered exactly this one, which literally translates to sesame lake Hong Chau St. So like red bean, right? Red bean paste. That's what we ordered. I ordered. And what our cameraman ordered is something along the lines of right here. Yeah, the tofu fa. So tofu, and that actually means flour, but that's what we call the dessert, the tofu pudding, and mongo, so mango. And I added on this samsek wuyun, which means 3 colored taro balls. This is what I was talking about, the chili stuff. So if you want to come here and order this stuff, just show them what I just pointed at. Oh, yeah, you got a yellow one. Probably sweet potato for this one. one of the trademark things you'll notice when you come to Hong Kong are these giant puddles of dripping water. There are lots of drops of water dropping from the sky. You look up there? It's actually because of air cons. They never maintain the air cons here, so there's perpetually going to be water dripping all over the place. And if you walk on the street, you're destined to have been dripped on by at least 5 air cons like I have just now. And sometimes they even corrode the floors so that there's a crater in them. So yeah, you'll be noticing that quite a lot around here. Another very popular trademark thing you can talk about here in Hong Kong are these kinds of buildings. And these buildings are built into the side of streets. And oftentimes you'll see these are actually mailboxes. See, they're all made out of metal, a bunch of holes in them. They're very famous here in Hong Kong. Oh, especially this kind of shape. This shape is especially iconic. Yeah. One samosa. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. So I just ordered samosas from this Indian shop. I mean, there's Indian shops just all over this little district. This district is actually known as Cheung Sha Wan. It is actually the poorest district in Hong Kong. And there's a lot of people who are Indian who actually set up shop here. And one thing that they always sell here are samosas. Look at this. The samosa like this. It actually costs $3, but I mistook them saying $3 for them saying $10 because sam is 3, sup is 10, and I confused it because it's not their first language. I don't blame them for it, it's fine. So yeah, it's also just from that encounter you can see there's a little bit of struggle that comes into being an immigrant here in Hong Kong. Like you have to adapt to the language and all that stuff. Even though I use English, you know, they still insist on using Cantonese as well. So there's always an adaptation going on. But either way, let's dig into some of this. It's actually really good. It was cold. Because they took out the cooler. Like, really nice like curry flavor in the middle. A little bit. I think it's gonna be mainly vegetables in here. I can see a pea in there. Nice and light filling on the inside. A tiny bit spicy, a little bit tangy, that's it. Potato in there. Very good. What's that? Oh. Yeah. So this kind of soup or tea is actually something you just order on the streets of Hong Kong. And what happens is it's actually it's made out of a bunch of herbs. And you actually ask them what's it made out of. I might do that later. And one thing is, I'm not sure if foreigners are gonna like this because it's bitter. And ask them to just give it to you in a bowl, and it's hot too, but it's really bitter. So it's kind of like an acquired taste. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. There's supposed to be some health benefits associated with it. There's like I asked them if it was hot ball. That means does it get rid of this thing called body heat? It doesn't get rid of body heat, and apparently this is the key that they use to release body heat. So hopefully I get less pimples from this because I just ate a lot of fried stuff. It might be pretty good for my skin after that. But overall, I mean, it's healthy, I guess. So payphones no longer work. I don't know why it lights up. There's nothing on the display. You see, all the payphones have basically gone defunct because nobody uses payphones anymore. But anyways, that's about it. That's the end of my journey here in this marvelous place known as Lai Chi Kok. You can see the station's right over there. I'm just gonna take the train back now. So, yeah.